So here we have job 1, 2, 3. This is machine 1. This is the order that they need to go. So yeah, why not? Let's start with that. We have the start. We have job 1 requires to go through. This is job 1 requires to go through machine number 1, machine number 3, machine number 2. This is job 2 requires to go through machine number 2, machine number 1, machine number 3, job 3. Job 3 first needs to go to machine number 1, then machine number 2, and then machine number 3. That's basically the sequence. And that's just so that you can know this whole row is machine. So this is da 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 da. Yeah. Basically job 1, job 2, and job 3. And then this will obviously end the end of the finished product. Cool. So first we're gonna have to see all the processing times. Let's say for machine number 1, job number 1, it takes about 5. No, it takes, let's say it takes 7, 8, 10, 6, 4, 12, 8, 8, 7. Yeah, that's our problem. So now let's make a little table. Job 1, 2, 3. So job 1 requires to go through machine number 1, which requires 7. Machine number 3, which requires 8. Machine number 2, which requires 10. As noted there. Machine number 2, 6. Machine number 1, 4. Machine number 3, 12. Machine number 1, 8. Machine number 2, 8. Machine number 3, 7. There we go. Okay, so first we need to see which one takes the longest. So let's start with machine number 1, the summation of all the processing times. So I'm gonna do that in green. So machine number 1, 1, and 1. So that means it's 7. Oops, my bad. That'll be 7 plus 4 plus 8. That'll be 19. Now let's go with machine number 2. Machine 2 summation. That'll be 6 plus 8 plus 10. That'll be 18, 19, 29, 24. Okay, now let's go with machine 3. The summation will be 8 plus 12 plus 7 will be 27. And then when you start coding, you could put, say here, max. We get the maximum of all of this 3. And as you can see, the maximum is a 27. So we're going to start with machine number 3. So now we're going to write here machine 3. And then we're just going to find 4. And then the lower bound. That's 27, because as you can see, this is the maximum value. So we're just going to start with machine number 3. This is the processing time, the release time, and then the due date. So here we have job 1, 2, and 3. So now the processing time for the first one, as here it's the processing time. Yeah, so the processing time for job number 1, you can see it's right here. Oh wait, it's the one in blue. It's right here, which is 8, and then comes 12 and 7. Yep. The release times. So what are the release times? As you can see for job number 1, machine 3. Machine 3 is only available after machine 1, which is 7. So in other words, it's 7. And then on job number 2, machine 3 is only available after machine number 1 and 2 are completed. So that will be 6 plus 4, which is 10. 10. And then over here, machine number 3 is only available until machine number 1 and 2 are completed. So 8 plus 8 is 16. Yeah. Okay, so now for the due date. Yeah, so to due date, we're just gonna add. My bad. Yeah, it's basically the yeah. So machine number 3, which is basically just, or it should be 27 minus 10. Yeah. So the lower bound is 27 for each one, because here the summation of all the M3s are 27, because it's the last job on job number 2, job number 3. It is the last machine. Both are gonna be 27. And now because on job number 1, that's the second one, as noted here, it's the second one. Afterwards, it's the machine number 2, which has a processing time of 10. So now we have 27 minus 10, that's 17. So we have 17. Okie dokie, so now we're just gonna calculate the tardiness basically. So now we're just gonna here have the completion time, the black, there we go, completion time. So when it's finished. So here we're just gonna add both of these numbers. Yes, so we're gonna add 8 plus 7, that'll be 15. And then 15 is greater than 10. So we don't have to wait anything in order for it to be, the job to be available. So we can just add 15 plus 12. That'll be 27. And then we don't have to wait because the release time is 16, so we're just gonna add plus 7. That'll be 34. And so so now we're just gonna see the tardiness basically. Tardiness. The due date is 17/15, so there's 0 tardiness. You can see from here. The due date is 27, the completion time is 0, so there's 0 tardiness. As you can see here, we're tardy. So 34 minus 7, that'll be 7. So now we're gonna take all of the tardiness, this one, and take the max. The max in this case is 7. Cool. So now we're gonna take our branch, which is, let's just say we're gonna start here. So here we have job number 1, 2, 3. These are jobs. And then here we have 7. Lower bound 7, however you want to call it. There. So now we're gonna repeat the same thing for number 2. Yeah. So now we're just gonna change the order. So instead of job 1, 2, and 3, here we start with 1, 2, 3. So this is 1, X, X. In this case it's 2, 3, but doesn't really matter. Here we're gonna start with 2, 1, 3, and this is gonna be 3, 1, 2. 3, 1, 2. No, 2, 1, 3. 2, 1, 3. So now the completion times, that'll be 22, 30, 37, 27, 17, 27. And why is it 22? Because here we have this, so it's basically 12 plus 10, that's 22. And then why is it 30? Because now after this, we have job number 1. So now 22, the release 87, so we're good. 22 plus 8, that'll be 30. And then 30 plus 7, as noted here, that'll be 37. Okay, that's the due date, so we're just gonna calculate tardiness. So no tardy. Here we have 13 tardy, and then here we have 10 tardy. We're gonna get the max, which in this case is this 13. I'm gonna put it here, 13, and then we repeat for the other one with 312, 312. Says completion time, due date, and tardiness. Completion time for this one, that'll be 23, 31, 43. Due date 27, 17, 27. And then the tardiness, so no tardiness, 14 and 16. You can see this is the max, so we have it here. Now we're just gonna see of these three which one has the lowest. Lowest, which is this one. So we just branch out of this. Now we're gonna take all the different combinations. So here for sure we're gonna start with job number 1. So that's gonna be our sequence. For machine 3. Right, so machine 3, this is the best sequence basically. So now we take this one and we divide it into 2 separate ones, which now it's 2 and 3. This is job 1, 2, and 3. Yes, so now we're just gonna see on this one, the 2 and the 3. So now we're just gonna decide this one. So now we're just gonna start with the next one. So now we're gonna do machine number, the second lowest one, which is machine number 2, 24. So we're just gonna repeat the same thing except for machine number 2. Machine 2. And the order, we know that we're gonna start with 1. But now it's either 2, 3 or 1, 3, 2. We're gonna decide on which process to go with. So we're gonna repeat everything. P, J, R, J, due date. Yeah, so that's basically you just copy everything again. So repeat the same process, the same steps for machine number 2, get these values, and then in that case we would be done. Of course, if you add more jobs, that will be take longer, but if it's through a computer like MATLAB, should be fine. Just keep on repeating the steps. Okay.